This episode sponsored by OK Energy.
Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Showrunner, and I don't have anybody with me. Sad. So today, we're going to create, and the best part of this is these are the ones that Ian's like, oh, I want to be there for these. And he's not. The timing was just perfect on these. We're coming closer to St. Patrick's Day. We're going to use OK Energy, which is green. One of these is actually not going to be green. The other one is going to definitely be green. So it fits the time, it fits that season, and I have a crap load of these to do. So next two are on board. This is the sweet and sour apple. The next ones we'll either do a mango energy drink or the standard energy drink. I haven't figured out which one yet. So I'm sure Ian will be here for one of those, or two of those, or four of those. The sweet and sour apple was a design that I came up with that was a play on the Midori sour. So what I wanted to do is kind of the Midori sour, but the beauty of a lot of these energy drinks is they bring a little bit of bite and a little bit of tartness to it. And the Midori sour is a super, like, just sticky sweet cocktail. So my goal was to kind of follow the riff off of the Midori sour. Sour, Midori, and an energy drink. Real easy to make. That's it. Then, the apple sling. This recipe was something I was thinking of, and then Jennifer came up with the final design, which was, and she tested it to make sure it was going to work, is called the apple sling. So it uses OK Energy apple, and then in tradition of the sling, it's got Benedictine, and it's got cherry Heering, is it Heering? Cherry Heering? Cherry Liqueur. So this one, these two are going to impart more of a darker color, so it's not quite green, but it is quite good. So you go with that. You could also use your glass straws in these. I forgot those again, so whatever. This one would go good with like a beautiful Ben's glass Dharma straw from Awesome Drinks, obviously. And that's what we're going to do. So, we're going to make these, build them right in the glass. They're supposed to be simple to design, so let's make it simple and just do this. Well, that's cool. It got stuck at a weird angle. Yeah! Ha! This one could use another piece of ice. Yeah! Alright. So now, sour mix. 1 ounce. Where's my measuring things? There's one. Oh, there's one in here. It's hiding. So we're going to do 1 ounce. Don't need a shaker. 1 ounce. This is homemade sour mix. That's how I roll. You can make it. I don't care if we're Common Man cocktails. We still should be making better cocktails. And the way we're going to do that is by making our own sour mix. Mine is, this is a smaller batch I made, so it was like 1 ounce of simple syrup, ½ ounce of lemon, ½ ounce of lime. Done. Sour mix. Some people say it should have more lime. Some people say it should have more lemon. Some people say it should be equal. Some people say double the simple syrup. I don't care what people say. This is my sour mix. Patented right here. You've seen it here first. We also have a video on how to make it, so you can go watch that if you want to. Then, we're going to do 1 ounce of the Midori. So you're really balancing the Midori against the sour mix. The sour mix is a little bit extra sour. The Midori happens to be extra sweet. So, it works out. Then, 3 ounces. Don't bite your nails, kids. Then you don't have any open glassware in cans. Then we're going to do 3 ounces of energy drink. And the carbonation is going to kind of mix it up for you. You could still mix it if you feel the incessant need to mix it like I do. But you can see it's still kind of sitting at the bottom. And the carbonation's slowly bringing those up. But let's just bring them together anyway. Impart some cool awesomeness. So we'll make this drink first. We'll taste this drink first. We'll call it good. Boom. I have a cold. But it smells like melon and apples. And it's green. Oh, tastes like candy. It is still sweet. You are not, right here. You're not going to get a sour, I'm matching my shirt. You're not going to get a super sour drink, but you still get the sour notes and the acidity. That's key. I like sour and acidity. It brings something to a drink that I feel like you need. And I don't really know why, but I just like the acidity. It makes, first off, if you're a bartender, I think the beauty of having that acidity is it makes people want to take another sip. It's like if you have a beer and you put peanuts I almost knocked it over. You put peanuts on the table to get people to want to drink more, right? Consume that and have to buy another one and tip more iron. I think acidity kind of brings that need to want to drink again. You're like, oh, this is just too good. It has a good balanced acidity against that sweetness. And it definitely has that melon draw, be that whatever, muskmelon or whatever it is. It tastes like melon, like a nice, rich, juicy melon with a little bit of citrus acidity kind of built right in. And then overall wrapped in a nice, almost like a very light apple, like a candied apple. Not insane amount of apple. Definitely has more of a melon draw, but at the same time, easy to drink. Good energy drink cocktail mix because it doesn't taste like the same thing you always have. And it doesn't also just taste like pure OK Energy green apple. One done. Next, build over ice, top with energy drink. We've seen that done before. Just reuse this guy here. We're going to do a half ounce. You know what? We'll use this one. A half ounce of cherry herring. This is going to impart the most of the color from this drink. Since it's ring, it's got the color going on. This should be interesting. Let's hope I can take this off. Oh, thank you. I had to boil this last time because the cap, hear it? It's stuck inside and it does all kinds of funny things. A half ounce. So, for those that are like, what the hell are your ingredients and why are you using them? Besides the fact that these are two of the core ingredients to a Singapore Sling, this brings definitely more of a sweet herbal quality to it. Not like Jaeger per se. More, I don't know, more herbal in a way. More sweet herbal. So I don't know what the different fragrances are, but they're definitely more on the sweeter side. Where I don't look at Jaeger and go, oh, that's sweet. This brings brown sugary awesomeness, cherry, thick, strong cherry, not juicy cherry as much as like a dark, robust cherry. If that makes sense. Then we're gonna do 2, 4 ounces of energy drink. This one has a little bit more energy drink to it because the ingredients are very distinct. They've got that like syrup and that herbal quality. So you're gonna want to be able to, tone those down a little bit because they'll be exciting. Now you can leave it like this. That personally, it just looks badass. The problem is, like, I'd love to serve this drink to somebody like that and they'd be like, what? It's gotta be grenadine, but it doesn't look like it. It looks cool. But I think it's going to end up with very herbal sweetness in the finish and not the right amount throughout the drink. So give it a stir. Now you have more of a brown color. Not that exciting. Not very St. Patrick's Day, but whatever. Oh, it smells like a candy, but I can't figure out which one. They don't tell you what's in here. Let's see. Citrus with hints of fresh flavor notes, mellowed by a touch of honey. I could get honey out of that smell. It smells like honey and brown sugar. It's so nice. This is a cocktail that, while it still maintains a sweet level to it, it doesn't have the same, direct sweetness. This, melon and sugar, right? Okay, sugar's awesome. Woo! Energy! This has a lot more robust character, which goes to these ingredients. It still has that underlying apple, and it helps fill it out a lot. But at the same time, the finish is kind of that like a dark, thick cherry, almost like maybe even a little bit of oak in there, vanilla, citrus, which could be from these, or it could be the fact that this is still going to bring some of that citrus kick to it. And the best part, it has a little bit of like a cherry medicine flavor, but it doesn't taste like cherry medicine, which is cool because if you bring like Tattoo rum and some of the other ones that bring a lot of like cherry, like fake alcohol cherry to it, I'm not a huge fan of that. This has a lot of the original Singapore Sling quality to it. It's just not a Singapore Sling, right? It's an energy drink infused with these two ingredients. These two have paired well in the past in other drinks, so the idea was bring them together again and see what you can make out of it. I think there's just enough craziness to this drink that, since this is kind of a straight-on apple energy drink, these two guys can battle it out a little bit in your mouth, and you get those two flavors playing off each other. You know what it could use? Bitters. No, not really. There's enough complexity here where I don't think adding another ingredient would give you anything. Vanilla schnapps. It's just going to bring another ingredient. It's going to be sweeter. This has enough ingredients with just these two to make it feel like it's a 4 or 5 ingredient cocktail. It's that different. So if you're looking to make a drink that has the complexities of a larger drink and a smaller package with less ingredients, Benedictine, cherry herring, both good ingredients to have in your bar anyway. Look up our Singapore Sling recipe, watch it, and you'll probably want to make that too. So while you don't see Benedictine a lot in the show, and we use this in a modest amount. This is the first bottle I've ever had, and it's still 3/4 or a quarter or 2/4, half full. You don't need a lot of it to really impact a drink, and it can take over really easy. That's it. So if you're looking for a couple energy drinks and you can get yourself some OK Energy, build them. They're not hard. Over ice. You don't have to buy a shaker. But if you want to, AwesomeDrinks.com is where you go to get a shaker. You could also get the old-fashioned, double old-fashioned glasses and the Chicago highballs from our site as well. So that's it. We're done. And of course, you can get these easy step jiggers. Go make yourself an energy drink. Question of the day! You guys don't have one, do you? Because it's been on there too long. Let's think about this for a minute. I got a good one. If you're going on a vacation, what is your favorite method of getting there? 3 options I could think of. Car. There are people who really enjoy the art of travel, where you get in the car and you're like, I'm driving to Florida. Why? You could take a plane, because I like the experience. You get to stop on the way, you get to visit different scenes, you get to go to different places. If you take a long enough time off, you can hit a beach here and there, down the coast of the East Coast. Maybe you drive to California and see all the different states and get to see a little bit of the U.S. Or there's people who like to do like my mother. She's big into cruises. She likes to take cruises. You know, she gets to hit a bunch of different islands and see a little bit of everything. It's kind of like a flight of Baileys. You know, where you get all the different flavors and you get a little taste of each of them. Or are you the type of person, which might be more like me, where you just want to fly to your destination, plop your ass down, and there you go. You're on vacation to experience everything in a small area, but you get to go wide instead of having to touch on a little things here or there, or spend a lot more time in the process of travel. While all of them could be cool, you know, I think I'm more of the get there and do stuff type of person. But I do enjoy a good road trip. What about you guys? What's your favorite way of vacationing? What's your travel mechanic? Car, boat, plane. Maybe it's a hoverboard. If anybody's been watching the little hoverboard skit that Funny or Die did, that they made it look like hoverboards existed and they was a joke. Duh. So there you go. We're done. Go to everydaydrinkers.com. More importantly, if you don't want to go there, you don't have to. But you do want to submit your recipes to recipe at everydaydrinkers.com. Or you could go there and click on the submit recipes button at the top. Or go to cocktails.com. No. Facebook.com/cocktailtv. And there's a submit button there in one of the little apps that says submit a cocktail recipe. If you click it, you submit your recipe, then we have it for the show, just like the ones that I guess I did. So I submitted these. I sent them right to recipe at everydaydrinkers.com, and you should too. And of course, patreon.com/CMC if you want to help the show by donating. We're trying to grow. The best way to grow is to have the financial means to be able to kick the tires and really go serious into it. Right now, I just have to do a bazillion jobs. So someday I hope to just have one big one. That's it. We're done. So there you go. We're teaching you how to drink.
keep